Good afternoon. My name is Dr. Harold. Did you make it in okay today?
Yeah, I did. Traffic was bad, but that's all right.
Yeah, it's usually a little rocky where we're located. How are you today?
Good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good myself, thank you. Before this meeting, I know that you called our office and I sent you over some forms to fill out. Did you understand them? Do you need any help with them?
Yeah, the print was too small. I couldn't read them.
Okay. Did you sign them?
Yes.
But you didn't understand what you were signing?
I just knew that it had to do with the medical field and I needed help and you can't do things. I knew the gist of it, but...
Okay. And do you have them with you today?
No, I gave them to the lady outside.
Okay. My secretary?
Yeah.
Thank you. One of the forms was a confidentiality agreement. And what that is pretty much anything we talk about in here is between me and you, that you can feel safe in talking with me and that it will stay between us. The other one is a little bit more involved. It's a informed consent. It's just like explaining it more. It's pretty much if anybody else needs your information, or if, let's say that your spouse or anything, they want information, they cannot have that, and I cannot give that to them unless I have your permission.
So you mean if my husband and I are going through a divorce and he wants to find some dirt on me, he can't get it?
No, he cannot get it, and if you would want him to have it, that's fine, and you can tell me, but I also would need your signature and everything about that informed consent as well.
Okay.
So that's just protecting your rights.
Okay.
Yeah, is there any other questions with that? Like, do you understand how we do that?
Yes. What about, like, can they use any information on me, like a court of law or anybody?
It's the same concept when it comes, because if lawyers or if anybody wants your information, then they would have to, I would still have to have your signature.
Okay. All right, that's cool. So you can't tell anybody anything without my consent?
Yes.
Not
even my colleagues or anything like that.
Hey, got a question. What if there's a medical emergency and I'm taking some kind of medicine?
If that actually comes about, we'll talk to the person closest to you that you feel comfortable with this information. And if you cannot sign, or if you cannot give me that recognition that you have given me permission to release what you need to be released, if you're not coercive or anything like that, then they would have the right over you. But again, you would have to sign for them to have that right as well.
So I had to have power of attorney?
Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
Okay, so we're good with that, the confidentiality and all that?
Yep.
Okay, is there any other questions that you have?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, and then there was also, we were talking about payments. I know that you didn't really know exactly what we were going to do with that or when you needed to come.
My insurance cover that?
You would actually have to talk to your insurance company about this specific thing. But as far as it goes, you did tell my secretary that you wanted 50 minutes a week, twice a week. Is that correct? 50 minutes, yes. That's how long our sessions would be. And then the payment is due before them sessions, and then you also told her that you would pay at the beginning of the week, correct? For the 2 sessions?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's pretty much it for that. That's all the forms and everything. As long as you're okay with them and you understand it at any point, you can always ask me again if you have questions, and we can go back through that.
Will I get a copy of all this stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I'm pretty sure that's all of that. So, why have you come to see me?
I just feel like I need to talk to someone that I can just tell things that I'm not judged or because I feel just so out of control. I just think the world is just so out of control and I just hate it.
So you're losing control? Is that how you feel, or?
Well, I just get so aggravated with people and in the situations, and it just feels like everything's just spinning out of control.
And when did this start happening?
When President George W. Bush got elected. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know, the last maybe 6 months.
Okay, and I know you talked ill-towardly about your husband earlier. Is he a reason for this?
I guess he just doesn't listen to me. So you have to fix it.
Okay. What do you think the therapy is?
I come and tell you all my problems, and then you say, do this, do this, do this, and then I do it, and then we're good to go.
Okay. That's not exactly how it's going to be. That's not how it's going to go exactly. You'll come in and we'll talk and we'll do that. But then what my job is to help you make goals for yourself. And then throughout the weeks that you will actually demonstrate them goals outside of here. Because we really can't do anything that's going to quote-unquote fix you 50 minutes.
But how is that different than a self-motivated class on setting goals?
In your opinion, it might not be. But to some people, that this is a good place for them to start and actually have someone to not tell them exactly what to do, but to go with them. And that's what I'm going to be. I'm going to be your partner. I'm going to help you with things.
Kind of like a guide.
Yes.
Okay.
And with the confidentiality and all that stuff as well, I need you to know that if I do see you in public, I'm not going to acknowledge you as my client or my friend or anything like that, because I believe that we should keep it professional and we should keep it like our lives are separate. More for your protection as well as mine.
I could do that, but I also feel that I would need to have a connection as a human to you, because that's just the kind of person I am. That if I saw you out, I could say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Okay, and that's fine. If you say hi to me, that's fine. I will, acknowledge that, and I will say hi back. But I will not be the first one to acknowledge you, because I think that puts you in a situation that I don't know if you're ready to be in or where we're at in that. So the ball's in your court when it comes to anything like that. Okay.
So you're not going to shun me if I say hi to you in public?
No, I will not. I'm not going to shun you.
Okay. I can live with that.
Okay. And is there any other questions that we need to go over today, or?
No, I just need kind of some help trying to control things and try to get some, I guess, control back in the world.
Okay, and we'll start working with that, and we'll start giving together. We'll talk about how certain situations you do feel in control and certain ones you don't, and we'll start trying to apply the ones that you quote unquote do have control, and then actually help the other situations. Does that sound okay with making goals with me for yourself?
Yeah, I think I can do that, as long as I know that someone is there that I can talk to, and I think if I set goals, that they have to be monitored, because I'm not a real good person with that.
Okay, so I could monitor your goals, as well as if you could keep a log outside of the therapy sessions. How would that be as well?
And then I'd have to show them to you and stuff?
You can, or I could just see that you actually logged, you actually made an entry. I don't have to read them if you don't want me to, or if you're not comfortable with me to. Anything that you don't feel comfortable with me knowing or anything like that, that's fine. You don't have to, and later on we can cross that bridge.
Okay.
So, like I said before, the ball is in your court. It's just the fact that I'll be a partner with you, and if you want me to know, I'll know, and if you don't, I won't until you're ready to share.
Well, what if I don't agree with something that you suggest or feel that's very needed for me to regain or lose this feeling that I have?
Okay. I would appreciate if you would talk to me about that. That way our relationship stays open and we can have that communication. If you do not talk to me about it and you don't feel like you should do it, don't do it. But again, I would like for you to talk to me about it. That way that I can figure out how, or we can figure out where we need to go from there.
Okay, so we're partners.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can live with that.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions for me today about? We've gone over a lot, and I know it's pretty thick, but I know that you have another session this week, and we can start getting into everything.
So what should I do from now to our next session?
What do you think we should do from now until our next session?
I don't know. You're making the big money.
Yeah, I'm sorry I can't talk about that, but I understand that that's where you're coming from. But like we said, and like you just agreed with, that we are partnership. We are in a partnership, so I'm asking you that your opinion. What do you think that would be constructive for you?
I don't know. I guess maybe, like you said, go out and get a log or something and, I don't know, write down some things that bother me or things that I can't control. Or I don't know. I'm reaching.
Okay, so you want to log things that you can control or you cannot control in for this week?
I don't know. I could do both.
How about we stick to one before we go into both? That way we can tackle one at a time. And we can realize your strength and your weaknesses throughout both of them.
So which one would you suggest I do first?
Which one do you feel more comfortable with?
I don't know.
Earlier you said that you feel like you're losing control and you don't know what to do with that. So why don't we go with the one that you feel like you do have control with? That means that you feel more confident in yourself to handle them situations. So why don't you log those, and then we'll break down your strength and your weaknesses and all that throughout.
I can do that. Yeah, I can do that. I think that would be something that I could do.
All right, that sounds good. And go ahead and do that. And then if you have any questions throughout the week about any of the forms or anything like that, just go ahead and call us, and I'll be happy to help you.
All right.
All right, until then, I hope you have a great week, and thank you for coming in.
I thank you, Dr. Harold. I'll see you Thursday.
Okay.